Well, congrats to me. 365 days clean of heroin. I'm currently 17 years old. I was introduced to heroin when I was 15 by my older friends TJ and Callum. They pressured me into trying it, and I was struggling to make friends at that time. So I was afraid if I didn't, they would bully me. They told me it wasn't addictive and it would be okay. So I sat there while they put on the spoon and lit it up. Then they eye injected me, and it's hard to explain the feeling it gave me. It was horrible. Don't try it. After this, I wanted more and more. I couldn't help myself. With all the money I gathered, it would go to the heroin piggy bank. Then I would buy heroin and wake up somewhere covered in vomit. On my 16th birthday, I received a lot of money, which I used for heroin. Then my parents found out, and I was sent to a 12-step group in Alberta. There I met amazing people whose lives have been swallowed by drugs. It really turned me around. Then a year later, I was completely clean. The thought of heroin made my skin crawl. Moral of the story, don't do any drugs, even if your friends do it. It's not worth it. The effect it has on you and the people around you is horrible.
So let me get this straight. You were afraid your friends would bully you if you didn't shoot up, which sounds like some sort of peer pressure scenario straight out of an anti-drug PSA. The only way you described the experience was it was feeling horrible, and supplement this by saying it's hard to explain, when in reality, heroin would give you an indescribable euphoric feeling, not a horrible one. This is part of why it's extremely easy for psychological dependence to occur. The thought of heroin supposedly makes your skin crawl a year later when the majority of ex-addicts still continue to battle with the psychological aspects of drug withdrawal for years later. You have an equally seemingly fabricated story about some dummy thick girl on your post history, which also seems like a lazy attempt at karma grabbing. The moral of your story is don't do drugs, which is a dumb, broad, and widely repeated unwritten rule aimed at children and makes your story read even more like a anti-drug PSA. Seems like a pathetic attempt at garnering internet points and attention, and it's frankly disrespectful to people who have genuinely suffered from addiction, something one of my family members has battled with. Edit. And you're trying to say that you, as a 15-year-old, believed them when they said heroin isn't addictive? Lol, no. Edit 2. Confirmed to be a fake story because his post history revealed he said he was 19.
1 star out of 5. I have visited this place twice. It was so disappointing for me that the management is so horrible, and they have appointed little kids on the counter. And they are so poor in managing and really don't know how to handle the customers. Keeping kids to manage the counter is totally against the system. I ordered for Italy's, and after 30 minutes I got my order, and it was so cold and not fresh. When I asked that kid, he said, "Yeah, I know it's not fresh, and this is what we have." Wow, I was so shocked on the food and other stuff, and the kids were behaving so rude. Gosh, no words. Please avoid this place and don't get yourself dissatisfied or disappointed.
Well, this so-called kid he is talking about is me. But it's funny cause I'm 22 and you just made the whole situation up. You came up to me and asked when we made the idli, in which I replied, "Sir, this was made like 30 minutes ago at most." And you replied, "How could you give me such old food?" And to that I replied, "Sir, idli takes 30 to 40 minutes to cook. We cook a new batch of idli every hour because no customer wants to wait 30 minutes for idli. And you lied about waiting for 30 minutes for idli because I was the one that gave you your order. And your order was received in 15 minutes. Now, after all this aside, you kept arguing with me and yelling at me in front of customers. And me as my calm usual self just kept asking you why you were arguing with me when I kept saying I can give you anything else to replace the idli. And then you took a dosa that I gave you and ate it. I mean, sir, you can lie about the situation all you want, but I'm just here explaining what really happened. Have a great day.
Just moved to Canada from Europe. A little confused. Hello. English isn't my first language, so please bear with me. I am new to Canada, from Western Europe, and I was promised something very different from what I see. I moved to this city, Brampton, because I was told it was a metropolitan city with lots of great people and opportunity. Unfortunately, my experiences have been strange. I notice it is not very diverse at all. It seems like no one in this city shaves? Is this a Canadian thing? And for some reason, everyone is wearing turbans. Again, I didn't know this was a Canadian thing. Also, the driving style here is very different from in Europe.
4 hours ago, you posted that you just woke up from a coma in Waterloo.
I've been in a coma since 2009, and I just left the hospital yesterday. Am I in Shanghai or something? Now, look, I'm not racist, and I never have been. But I can't be the only one who is shocked to see all these people from East Asia, you know who. I noticed they weren't speaking any English, but were all wearing brand name clothing and driving in expensive cars. What happened to this country and this city? I remember the good old white days in Waterloo when I look to my right and see some good traditional Christian people. What happened to us? What can we do to fix this problem?
Do so kindly off.
I had 7 come out of an egg once. I was shook.
Untrue.
True.
It's literally not. Maximum chicks spawned per egg is 4, and that happens in 1 out of 255 eggs. No more than 4 chicks can spawn per egg. On average, a stack of eggs will spawn 2 chicks, as chance of egg spawning a chickies is 12.5%. Even the Wikipedia confirms so. Therefore, your statement is false.
1 star out of 5. Absolute trash. The developers reset all my progress back to the beginning and accused me of using a third-party pack loader after I purchased the wrong pack and asked for a refund. Developers are not replying to my emails. 2 days and no reply from the devs, and I spent a lot of money on this game. Avoid this game at all costs.
We are sincerely sorry for resulting any bad experience. When a refund happens, only corresponding resources precisely equals the price of the refund will be reset. In fact, we don't have a system to reset players' accounts to the beginning, even if we wanted to. If you may, please tell us the email name you used so that we can track the progress. 1 star out of 5. Horrible customer service. They were rude and treated me as if I should be happy they were serving me pizza. Extremely disappointed. This is a family-oriented neighborhood. Never would expect to be treated so harshly. Sorry for your experience at the end of a long, crazy day, after the St. Patrick's Day parade, all day long serving pizza to great, happy people having fun. Unfortunately, we also served people who had one too many, intoxicated, and they would walk away with the condiments. We also served intoxicated people who just did not want to understand that. Unfortunately, I think you were in the second group by the way you kept demanding garlic powder. Maybe, on another day for both of us, you would have a better experience like all those others on Yelp.
1 star out of 5. I would give it a negative star rating if I could, because customer service was appalling. I paid for a product, and it didn't work. Their product could be compared to state-run healthcare. Because someone is walking out with a sore bum and empty wallet in the morning. How are they still on the market? I thought was illegal?
Against my recommendation, you were trying to use something on a potato phone well below minimum specs. Ignored my recommendation to try the free product first to ensure everything works fine. Posted a 1-star review before even contacting support. Many countries have good state-run healthcare and even protect workers by legalizing. Hey, what's up guys? Real Life here and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you again real soon and have a great day.